In this video, we're going to discuss nuclei and nuclear reactions. First, we'll start with a simplified cartoon of a lithium atom. Here we have 3 protons, 4 neutrons in the nucleus, and 3 electrons. Let's look at how we would label this isotope using the AZX type notation. In the AZX notation, X is the element or particle symbol. So that's the 1 or 2 letters that we use from the periodic table. Z is the atomic number. That's the total number of protons. A is called the mass number. This is the total number of protons and neutrons, so the sum of the protons and neutrons. Let's do an example. Here's a subatomic particle that has 8 neutrons and 6 protons. What is the AZX notation for it? Here is the AZX notation. There are 14 total protons and neutrons, so the mass number is 14. The atomic number is 6 because there are 6 protons, and anything with 6 protons must be a carbon atom. So it's the isotope carbon-14. Let's look at a list of subatomic particles, some of which may be new to you. We'll start with a proton. The AZX notation for a proton would be this, using the symbol H to indicate that it's a hydrogen atom, or alternatively, sometimes we put a P here to indicate that we're specifically talking about a proton. This may be used to indicate that actually it is missing an electron, so it's only a proton. It's not a hydrogen atom, it's simply a proton without an electron. The next subatomic particle is a neutron. Notice that a neutron has a mass number of 1 because it has no protons but 1 neutron. So 0 plus 1 is still 1. It has a atomic number of 0 because it has no protons. So here's the symbol for a neutron. Next, we'll look at an electron. There are 2 different symbols that you'll encounter for an electron. The first one here, for the element or particle symbol, we'll use an E negative just to indicate it's an electron. Alternatively, sometimes we call it a beta particle. Notice that the mass number for the electron is 0 because there are no protons or neutrons. So the sum of 2 zeros is 0. Interestingly, the atomic number is -1. The reason for this is if a subatomic particle had a proton, it would have 1 positive charge unit. So we would account for that in the atomic number. Electrons have negative charges, so they can be thought of as having -1 atomic numbers because their charge is opposite of a proton. The next subatomic particle is a positron. This is an electron with a positive charge. It can be represented with the symbol E or the beta symbol. Notice that the mass number is still 0, as we saw with the electron, because there are no protons or neutrons. But the mass number is +1 because it has a +1 charge. The final particle is a alpha particle. It's also known as a helium atom. The alpha particle has 2 protons and 2 neutrons. Therefore, the total mass number is 4. It can be written with this alpha symbol or with the elemental symbol He